Good morning everyone. Today we will be talking about one of the game modes provided in this season's event, Forbidden Catalyst, called Nebula Distortion. Now, Nebula Distortion is a game mode wherein you have to fight 3 certain bosses, and for now, only 1 and 2 are available, which are Kentris, the crab, Family Head, the hulking monster. And the main reason why you should be doing these events is primarily because 1, you get a lot of rewards and a lot of event currencies, which makes you be able to purchase all of the items available in the shop. So as you can see, there are 4 difficulties for any of these monsters, so you'll be provided a hefty amount of rewards, and as well as doing these rewards over here in the lower left handed side, wherein you get, depending on the number of stacks that you've done, you get more rewards. So the main caveat whenever you're doing Nebula Distortion is that depending on the amount of distortion stacks you do, you are able to get more rewards, or at least you're able to unlock the rest of the rewards compared to doing the other state, doing like just a single negative affliction towards your run. So as you can see here, I haven't done stage 9, so there are 80 crystals over here that are still available, as well as 1000 of the event currencies and 240 of the memory fragment enhancement item. So this is basically something similar to dealing with the boss rush, or maybe perhaps you want to do some mini bosses to test your damage. So this is really a good event to do. So there are some things that you have to take note. You're able to do other difficulties, by the way, but do take note that only in the 4th difficulty, with all these distortion stacks being used, can you get the most amount of rewards. But don't fret too much. Try to do it in your own pace. There's still a lot of time before the event ends, and just be sure to enjoy fighting it, so that you're not being forced to play it. So there are some things to explain here. Depending on the boss, and we're going to be using Kentris for example, each affliction that you choose affects the current run that you're able to do. So in the ideal scenario, you're able to do all 9, and then as you press ready and choose your team, the afflictions would be affect your run and change how you're supposed to do the fight or the encounter. So be sure to read each of the afflictions properly, and do take note on what kind of monsters you are currently fighting. So for this specific boss over here, this is the boss that you can typically see in blue pot exterior. He summons water bubbles, and depending on the number of water bubbles, he could deal more damage as they give him morale buffs. So typically speaking, in here, it's either that you run him down in a couple of turns, 1 to 3 turns, as you've seen from other videos using Mei Lin or Tressa, or you use an AoE DPS and whittle him down very slowly, using, like, for example, Yuki. So there are multiple ways of doing this, and always take note of the things that you've chosen for your stack. So one very annoying thing about this boss is the contamination card to the draw pile. So this is what makes the runs very hard in the event that you choose a slower team, is that he litters your entire deck with contamination or status effects. And this one over here, after 6 turns, greatly increases damage. So you're really forced to play against the clock. So whenever you do try to attempt doing Nebula Distortion, you have to take note of first your deck for a character. As much as possible, try to hit the more than 100 save data, or 120 or 140, whatever it may be. Be sure to level up your characters, make them around level 50, or promote them to level 60, but don't level up them all the way. As well as be sure to upgrade their potentials and their memory fragments. This is actually a DPS check, and there are no other ways to get around it other than making sure that you enhance your characters, enhance the partners, and have a pretty good save data deck. So that's it for this video. I'll quickly show you what the other Nebula Distortion boss is over here. As you can see, this guy's main shtick is that he has two boss monsters, which increases his damage. I believe this is Fury, as well as he also has a 6th turn damage increase. So basically, on the 5th fifth distortion stack, they have their own respective specific boss affliction or stack. So I'll be adding a video after this.
刀ならしといこっか。強力な敵が接近中です。慎重に溢れ出せ。せーの、準備か。役に立ちました。感謝しなさい。元気が出ましたか。うちのバット確認します。じっとしててね。ちゃんと見てなさい。うちに刀らしといこっかな。うちのバット落ち着いて。準備できました。力になってみせます。いい香りでしょ。それよ、ぶっ倒してやりましょう。気をつけて。や打ちましょうか。頭上に注意してください。うちに刀らしといこっかな。慎重に手伝います。引きちぎってやる。じっとしててね。バット準備できました。いきます。いい香りでしょ。落ち着いて。このベロニカには夢があるんです。狩りの時間ですね。咲き誇れ。いい香りでしょ。気をつけて。手伝います。じっとしててね。いい香りでしょ。準備できました。役に立ちましたか。刀らしといこうかな。うちのバットちゃんと引きちぎってやる。じっとしててね。バット落ち着いて。バット力になってみせます。いい香りでしょ。準備できました。元気が出ましたか。役に立ちましたか。力になってみせます。うちの刀らしといこっかな。うちに引きちぎってやる。いやー、いい ちましょうか。しんちゃん、うちのバッチ肩慣らしといこっかな。確認します。落ち着いてじっとしててね。バットじっとしててね。バット打ちましょうか。バット壊れスピーカー、これでいいですよね。アンウェイ様の手にかかればみんな無敵になる。準備できました。役に立ちましたか。元気が出ましたか。手伝います。バット力になってみせます。いい香りでしょ。うちに守ってもらえ。肩慣らしといこっかな。報復射撃の準備を。準備できました。やあ艦長、防御しよう。肩慣らしといこっかな。うちのバッじっとしててね。バット肩慣らしといこっかな。倒してやりましょう。うちに引きちぎってやる。行きましょう。落ち着いて。確認します。準備できま。役に立ちましたか。いい香りでしょ。いい香りでしょ。打ちましょうか。落ち着いて。うちのバットちゃんと見届けなさいね。うちじっとしててね。